You're coming into a place of more permanent financial and personal stability in your life. It looks like you have been kind of trying to make the plans for this recently. Maybe you're trying to become self employed, or maybe you're just trying to move into a more permanent career position. But either way, it looks like for whatever reason you don't have the tools yet to make that happen for yourself. You're being represented in two places in your reading, and in one place you are being represented by the Nine of Pentacles, but in another place you are being represented by the Queen of Cups. And if you look at the Queen of Cups, she has a lid on her cup there, and she's actually that's the only time in the Suit of Cups where you'll see a cup with a lid on it. And that's because the Queen of Cups is where the Suit of Water, which is the Suit of Cups, meets the element of Cups, which is the Queen. So she's the most sensitive card in all of the tarot. And because of that, she does protect her feelings pretty tightly. And it kind of looks like you're kind of in that place as well. You're being... Where that Queen of Cups is, you're being clarified by the Three of Pentacles reversed. And if you look on that card, I'll turn it right side up so you can see they're on that card they're collaborating. So maybe for a while, because you are in a place of kind of having to protect yourself, that's kind of been blocking your collaborative success. So maybe you have a hard time talking to people, maybe you have a hard time networking, or maybe you just, in general, you have a hard time putting yourself out there. Maybe it's just that, maybe it's not even a confidence thing. Maybe it's just that you are kind of okay by yourself. You're kind of okay doing your own thing, and you don't really feel the need to seek companionship or validation from other people. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's a great way to be. It looks like... this energy in your life may come from a place where you had to deal with a person who maybe was a little bit controlling on you. It could be like from your father's side of the family, or it could even be like an old partner or an old friend, an old boss. But it looks like this influence of being okay with keeping to yourself and doing work on your own comes from an old environment where everything that you, like if you had another person who would offer you help, maybe they would keep track of that, and everything that that person would do for you, it would be like tallied down, and they would expect you to pay it back, or maybe they would keep it in their back pocket for later and bring it up whenever they wanted something from you. So maybe it was just kind of this like this tit for tat energy, and nobody likes that. I understand why you wouldn't want to expose yourself to that, but it looks like you're kind of in an energy now where you're trying to do everything on your own, and maybe not being able to accept help from others and not being able to fully collaborate with others is kind of putting you in a place where you have this blockage, where you're having a hard time going out and just networking and meeting people and making these new relationships the way that you need to be successful, the way you want to be successful. And it looks like trust is kind of the root cause of that issue. Maybe you have a hard time, not like necessarily trusting in the sense of like going out and like meeting people and putting your full trust in them, because obviously that's a very dangerous thing to do, but like trust in the sense that when you're going out and you're meeting people and you're networking and you're doing the things you need to do, you'll have the discernment and you'll have the tools to choose relationships that are good for you, and choose profitable business relationships, choose good friends, choose supportive colleagues and supportive business partners, and just using your own good discernment to sort through these relationships and find the opportunities that are the best for you. Because it looks like for a little while you've kind of had a hard time with trying to control, that's a bad way to put it. Maybe it's like you have a hard time just kind of following your intuition when it comes to something. You like to have that information. You like to have that sense of where you're going. You're not one to jump into things. You're one to kind of have a plan before you go. So in that sense, you would want to have control over the plan in that way. But it looks like you're being asked moving forward to kind of have the trust that you can handle wherever the pathway leads you. So don't worry so much about making the pathway go wherever you want it to go, or making the situation do whatever it is that you want it to do, because the universe can bring you to better places if you are just more willing to trust that whenever you get where you're going, you're going to be able to handle it. So thank you so much for letting me read your cards, and I hope you have a fantastic night or day.